Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are having part 7 of the Scipii Total War campaign in Rome Total War Remastered, and we are going to fight several battles in several different fronts. And I think we managed to do most of the things last time, so let's hit the end turn button and see what happens. So Massilia should fall soon, and I think we will be able to bypass the rebel hosts in the Asia Minor area. And I think we should be soon in decent enough position to take Pergamum and Nicomedia. And let's see, what should we make? Perhaps market will bring some income there. Let's make dockyard here. Hopefully it will increase income. In Thapsus, perhaps Cyprite. And in Kydonia we cannot build anything. And of course we want to train some more troops in these regions in preparation for the civil war. And I would really like to get some decent ships, so let's build the farms there, so we should get those ships a bit faster. And I think we should be able to handle this rather easily. Okay. Well, not quite as easily as I would have liked. Fortunately, we can retrain most of the troops here. And I think we should hire some mercenaries here. First of all, to keep them off the enemy armies. And additionally, they will reinforce our own armies, obviously. And perhaps we could be a bit more efficient in retraining our troops. So let's take these guys off the retraining list and put those in. And let's make troop movements a bit easier there. Campus Kitai should fall rather soon. Let's see if we have some mercenaries available here. And here I think we should make some additional troops, perhaps this way, and then let's take the majority of the troops with us. And I think we are ready to move out next turn. think he could go to Sardis. And let's take these troops with us, so they can be retrained. And these guys can go to Halikarnassus, and these guys as well. And we still have this army going on here. So let's besiege Stingy, and actually we can charge right away, and hopefully that will be the end of Numidia. I think we can get rid of this Temple of Baal and start building some proper Roman temples instead. Oh, they still have cities. That's a bit unfortunate. And I think we have a turn. Perhaps we should make some additional troops so that we can open up a new front here in Asia Minor. Or rather strengthen the existing one. And perhaps I should send one unit against Dacia so that the war will be declared. That's fortunate that this is a bridge battle. We should be in decent enough position to wipe out both of those enemy armies. And that done, I think Nabomartius lies rather open in front of us. So I guess these two guys or units can form up there, and these can act as reserve for now. Okay, so warband versus practically warband mercenaries. And it seems our cavalry is starting to arrive. I think if we need to sacrifice some cavalry, it will be that mercenary cavalry. And I think the docks of war can be slipped right away. And I think it would be beneficial if we are able to break this army before the second one arrives. So let's see. Okay, they're starting to break. Excellent. And practically the whole enemy army is fleeing at the moment. I think these guys can form up again here, and the cavalry can continue the chase there, which apparently is too difficult for them. So we have to rely on those hounds to do their best. Apparently some of these guys decided to take a swim, which unfortunately is not possible. I'm a bit worried that it will be our cavalry that will break before the enemy units. So perhaps it's wisdom to pull back a bit. This can of course cause rout, and it did. Well, at least the enemy is getting on this side of the river. And we don't have okay, they are starting to break, and we should be able to trample down that whole army. There. And is there still... Okay. Unfortunately that first army got away with a bit too low casualties. So that enemy army won't be disbanded. But I think it won't matter in the long run. And apparently there is some kind of bug.
Think very carefully before you reply. Until
No.
next time.
So I think we should get this man of hour, and we got it. Excellent. And let's combine troops here. And I think we will leave these guys behind. take some of these instead. Or perhaps we need to have that cavalry unit as well, or rather combine these two to one unit. And let's advance towards Napomassus. And there are actually Julii nearby. That could be at least a slight inconvenience. But let's see what happens. In Capua, I think we can build a dockyard. In Syracuse, we have... is this Temple of Neptune? I think it is. I think this city could grow a bit faster. And in Mediolanum, let's make the archery range. Byzantium, Rhodes, obviously. Tylis, I think mines will be quite beneficial. Of course, those roads as well. Dingy. Let's make a temple. And Massilia is already building. Okay. So, there are some Spaniards nearby. I guess it's time to declare war on Spain. I guess that will teach them to stay on their own side. And then I think we should recruit a Byreme so we can get across. And do we have a general somewhere here? I think we should try to get that last city there. So let's retrain the troops and get some more on the play. So we should be able to move there. And this army here will take Pergamum as the primary target. And as the defenses there are quite light, I think it should fall rather easily. And about Campus Gitai, I think it should fall as well. To Julianus the Butcher. Oh, quite nice chevrons there. I think we should really, nonetheless. But the casualties were actually quite high. And unfortunately, it's not possible to retrain those Principes. But we have marched forwards there. And I think we can start gathering troops here. And they are complaining about something in Athens. And in Larissa as well. So this army here can go to challenge the Dacians. And I think once again we have a turn. And our fleets are gaining strength, so we should be able to challenge all the pirate navies rather soon in here.
Let us end the bloodshed.
Nope. We don't want to have any ceasefire here.
Greetings.
No, we would declare war if we were able. that's nice of the Scythii. And we have flash flood in Syria. And we have chance for power, which basically means some difficulties. But let's continue forwards. It's interesting that if we lose, the army will disappear. And sorry about the glitch, the game crashed, and this is from where we shall return to the campaign. And so it's time to declare war. And this time the game didn't crash. And so Pergamum should fall. And finally we can retrain those Principes, and we can actually train some Triarii. Even though they are not that good units, it's nice to be able to train them. And this army here can march northwards. And I think we should train some troops here so we can send some aid to the Italian mainland. And I think we should train some troops also in Sicily. And in Carthage as well. So, what's that army doing there? It's actually quite interesting. Some kind of bug, it seems. But I think we could move forwards with this army. Spain is beckoning us. And we have our old enemies, the Carthaginians here. Fortunately, there are quite a few mercenaries available, so we can reinforce our army there. And I think we have a turn. So is it the case that that army actually isn't under our command anymore? Let's take the veterans with us and continue northwards. They are making siege equipment, which is nice. And I think we are ready to march northwards from here towards Nicomedia. Perhaps the defenses in Sardis needs to be strengthened. And let's see about our front in here. There should be a city there. Cordoba found. It should fall rather easily. And then let's make a save just in case. Because I am trying to get the command of the army besieging Nabomartius, and I have a hunch that the game might crash. Or it also could be that I just lost the control of that army. Which of course is interesting, but okay. Let's try. If I load, would I regain the control of that army? Well, basically, loading in the middle of the campaign isn't allowed in this Total War Challenge, or I haven't done it in any of my campaigns, but let's see if the command of the army can be regained. No. Okay, so it seems the bug persists. So in order to beat these other Roman factions, I think we need to utilize defensive tactics quite a bit. So we need to get them to waste their armies practically on our cities, and only then we can start planning to counterattack those factions. And of course we need to try to get those mercenaries from those areas, and it seems we should get ready to face the... Actually, they inflicted quite a few casualties there. So we should get ready to face the Brutii near this area here. And because of that, I think we need to reinforce Thermon already. I think those troops will be enough to hold the city, but some extra troops wouldn't be too bad there. Let's besiege Nicomedia. I think it will fall to us rather easily. Next turn. And then let's see how our campaign in Spain is progressing. I think we should be in rather good position to take Cordoba. And okay. So we are going to have some issues with the public order here. Let's hope we can resolve them rather quickly. And I think we're planning to make one additional army to take the city there. Are these guys planning to attack at some point, or should we make a move here? So basically those archers are a bit nasty thing, and especially that general, but I think we should be able to win this. guess it's going to be these units that are going to do the actual fighting. Because these guys can be retrained at some point. So, the archers are in the front. I think we want them to waste their arrows on the town watch. While these units kind of form the bulk of the attack. And the general will be behind and only engage the enemy cavalry when that's possible. And it's time to close the ranks. Okay, so that didn't go too well. Let's see if we are able to engage those archers with the real fighters. Okay, apparently. Okay, and we got a victory. Let's. That was actually too close. And I don't think we will manage to catch up with many of the enemies. Okay, a couple of. And I think a man of an hour would be rather nice here. And I think we have a turn. So Thermon will be besieged. Capua will be besieged. And Mediolanum will be besieged. And it seems the Battle of Massilia will ensue. We are quite heavily outnumbered, but luckily there is a significant portion of the enemy army is warbands. And their morale isn't that good. So if we are able to make some flanking maneuvers, I think we should be in a rather strong position in this battle as well. Of course, if that flanking maneuver doesn't work out, we are in rather weak position in this battle. But I guess the enemy will be coming from these two flanks. So basically it means that we need to position the troops in such a way that both flanks are covered, and I guess the cavalry will be the flanking force. And the flanking distance shouldn't be too great. And okay, that barbarian warlord most certainly will cause some difficulties. Some swordsmen, warband, swordsmen, skirmishers, quite a few actually, and then some more warbands. And some cavalry as well. So basically we need to let the enemy engage us first. And with some luck, actually I think we will need to keep these guys in guard mode. We cannot afford to chase them, so they will be coming, and it seems this flank here or front will be the primary target. Okay, some units are going the other direction, but that's only one skirmisher warband, and practically it means that we are going to hunt it down, and it will allow us to reinforce the front here. Okay, so warband will be coming this way as well. I think we need to make some kind of concave here. So basically, let's bring the general there and the light cavalry there. And it seems the enemy cavalry already took some beating, enough to break it. And it's nice that the enemy army actually is moving the longer route, because it will make it easier to beat them because they are more tired then. Okay. Good. They have been dealt with. And it seems we are breaking them quite nicely there. So let's put the flanking force into position. That warband lagging behind will be an issue. Of course, if we draw them here, it might work out, but there is that. Oh, that was actually quite nice of the enemy general. Okay, so now those units are pulling back. I think we will make another line here, which should be able to keep the enemy occupied. And there is skirmisher warband actually. Okay. Another skirmisher warband. So basically, I think we might actually be able to rout them both. They are wavering and hopefully soon breaking. Or then our cavalry will be breaking soon. Okay, good. And since we are gaining momentum here, I think we don't need to have that guard mode on anymore. And it's time to take the fight to the enemy there. Let's see if we can break the swordsmen here. They are exhausted. Their general has died. They are wavering and they are breaking as their friends are fleeing as well there. Okay, so the battle here is progressing rather well. And let's take care of these guys. So there is that one warband we still need to deal with. And let's make sure that none of the units get completely wiped out. So we can retrain them and conserve our strength here. Nice. Okay. Not so nice anymore. I think we cannot hold Massilia unless that army is mostly warbands. Which it is not. It's mostly of swordsmen. Well, I think we need to utilize the same tactics. Let's see if it works this time also. And they will come in from those two breaches, which should mean that they will come to the city center this way. But let's see. Fortunately, no general this time, because that bodyguard is quite a tough unit. So it would be rather difficult to take down. And it seems this time they are actually dividing their strength. So from this side, I think we could hit them in the flank with the cavalry. And hopefully these guys will take a bit longer route. So we could take care of those guys first. So we have a bit less than 500 men and they have 1400 about. So the odds could be better. And actually they are sending one force to challenge our cavalry here. That's a bit problematic. I need to deal with those. I think cavalry attacks from two flanks should break them. And then we need to hurry to aid the battle in this flank. Those pillars thrown there will be quite handy. And of course if we can rout or kill the enemy general, that will make things quite a bit easier. But first, these guys need to be taken out. Okay, good, they are breaking. Let's make sure that they won't be joining the battle again, and then it's time to take care of the enemy general. Good. And let's put the cavalry once again into position. And it seems the battle is swinging into our favor. Okay, that's nice. It actually went better than expected. Nice victory. And I was about to say that it keeps our northwestern flank secured, but I think the main benefit from this victory is that we have one city more in the north in which to train more troops. And it seems the enemies are in rather aggressive mood at the moment. And the gates are open. And the question is, will they just rush to the gates? If they do, I think we will be able to slaughter them here. If they don't, I think we have enough troops here to hold their advance on the walls as well. And I think our whole army is here in position. Okay, so they are not coming directly through. And they have those nasty horse archers. And okay.
Look to the inner defenses. The walls have fallen to the enemy. The dogs have abandoned us.
Well, at least some of those battering rams are burning. I guess first round there is for us.
The enemy are through the walls. Now we must fight all the harder in our defense. We're under attack. Hurry! Wait for it.
Oh, and actually it seems we are being outmaneuvered at the moment. And actually, that's rather sad if I manage to lose this battle because of not paying attention. Too far away. And they are slowing down. Come on. Okay. That's embarrassing. Well, the lesson learned here is to always keep an eye on the minimap. maybe there is a reason that the game is suggesting that we cheat our way to victory after that kind of defeat.
Let us end the until next time.
Okay, so we are keeping Cordoba in line barely. Seems this governor isn't quite good. And the loss in Campus Scipii makes Tylis a target. Oh, so some retraining needed. I think we have sustained enough defeats for this time. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And let's try to fight a bit better next time. Feel free to give some advice, ask questions, give comments. Otherwise, have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.